Hey YouTube, thank you so much for joining. Today I want to discuss a recent gift that I got, and that is the AirPods Max, if you can't tell with the screens. But I got the AirPods Max recently and I just kind of fell in love with them. I didn't realize I would love them as much as I do. And I just kind of want to talk about my experience with them using it as a gaming headset. A lot of people might not look at it as a gaming headset, but I wanted to kind of test it out and see what it can actually do as a gaming headset, especially on the PC. Although I do test it on the consoles as well, on my PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. But my main purpose was to kind of test it out on the PC just because there's a bit more you can customize on the PC and do more with it in general. But I wanted to just check it out because I just love the headset and the way it feels. I've had other gaming headsets like the SteelSeries Arctis 7P. I've also had the SteelSeries Arctis Pro with the game DAC, like the little thing you kind of attach it into. I also have the Sony WMX4s. I think that's what it's called. But I have those as well as just my listening kind of headsets. So I do love sound in general. I have a pretty big Sonos setup outside in my little living room setup. Because for me, sound and gaming, they kind of go hand in hand. I really like how, especially when I'm playing God of War right now or Elden Ring, how the sound kind of amplifies situations and also just kind of adds more to the atmosphere. I mean, it also goes into some of the games that I really enjoy, especially, horror games like Callisto Protocol just came out and I'm excited to play that on my living room setup. But even with the living room setup, if you have like your whole surround sound system, it doesn't capture everything the way a headset does, because the headset is, so close to your ears. Obviously, it's able to kind of give you more information, especially when it comes to footsteps or things happening behind you, on your left, on your right, on in front of you. And, so for me, headsets have always kind of become this thing where I want to put them on when I'm playing a game where I really want to focus and just kind of really, really get immersed in a game and just kind of forget about everything that's around me. I know that sounds weird coming from someone that has a surround sound setup, but honestly, it doesn't really emulate everything that you can do on a headset. And then, obviously with me getting the AirPods Max, I really wanted to test these headsets out fully because my use case with these headsets normally is just music. When I go to the gym, I'm not gonna wear my AirPods Max. I'm just gonna wear my Jabra Elites because I'm at the gym. And then outside of that, it's usually me at home just kind of putting the headset on, putting something on Spotify, and listening to some songs, whatever it is, whilst I'm working or doing something else. So I thought it would be perfect to kind of be able to use this headset as my almost daily headset, since I do game on my PC all the time, and test it out and let you know what I think of it as a gaming headset. Now, when it comes to using it on the PC, this is an issue that I had. Doesn't mean that you're gonna have this issue, but I built my PC recently and I have a Asus motherboard, and a pretty good one because I bought the new AM5 motherboard as well. I'm not sure how good the Bluetooth receiver is in the motherboard itself, but it does not do a good job in connecting to the AirPods Max. This was an issue that I had with my other motherboard because I recently built a new PC. So, and this was an issue with that as well. When I would connect any, controllers or anything like that, I would always need to buy a separate adapter. So in my PC's case, I did buy a TP-Link Bluetooth adapter. I'm gonna obviously let you know. I'm gonna put the link in the description below of what I bought. I connected this onto my PC or into my PC, and the AirPods Max connected without any problem. So just in case if anyone else was having any issues having their AirPods Max connect to their PC, this is kind of what you need to do. You need to buy a separate Bluetooth adapter for your PC. You also need to disable your PC's built-in Bluetooth before attaching your adapter, something that I had to learn as well. When it comes to connecting your AirPods Max, it's pretty easy. You just hold the transparency / the noise canceling button. You just hold it until you see a white flash happen on the bottom where there's like a little LED. Once that's happening, basically you're able to connect it to any Bluetooth device. It should pop up on your PC at that point, and just hit on that AirPods Max button or whatever it is, and you're done. You're set to go. The first thing I wanted to test out was just the AirPods Max on its own with music. So I went on Spotify, played a bunch of songs, and it was awesome. No changes, nothing to do with the equalizer or anything like that. I didn't do anything, just out of the box. Sounded amazing. I love the bass, the way it thumps, all that stuff. A lot of the headset that I look for, I really like having good sounding bass to them without changing too much. When I do start changing stuff, for me that becomes a bit more artificial. But if it's something that you're getting a good sounding bass from the get-go, that tells me that this headset is either tuned properly or it just is perfect for my specific needs. So if you're someone that likes that thumping bass, the AirPods Max, first of all, just perfect right out of the gate. Music and all, perfect. Sounds as I expect it to sound. Sounds like they do on my iPhone. The next thing I want to test out was how this connects with Discord. And now this is obviously, as a PC gamer, you will be going on Discord and chatting with friends and playing with them. So I was on Discord with a friend of mine using the AirPods Max to be able to play World of Warcraft. We were doing a dungeon together, and I had my Yeti microphone connected as my mic, and then my AirPods connected on its own, because I will obviously talk about why. AirPods Max connected on their own on Discord for the sound gives you the sound of your friend that's speaking to you on Discord, but it is not very clear. It is okay, not amazing in my opinion, but it's doable, it's fine. When you play your game, however, your game and your friend's voice get muffled together and your game sounds terrible. When I mean terrible, I mean extremely terrible. This is not worth it. Like, it's not worth going through that to experience a game. At that point, you might as well connect random headphones you have lying around right into your PC and just put them on, because the sound is just so muffled. It does not sound good. It is not worth it using it on Discord. Obviously, if it's a game that you don't really mind not listening to and just chatting with your friends, yeah, go for it. That's perfectly fine. The mic on the AirPods Max does work. Again, similar to the sound and stuff, it sounds okay. It doesn't sound amazing. I kind of mainly tested it on Discord since that would be my main use case, and that's kind of where I'm making all the judgments on. So over there, it did not sound too good. So now that it's not working too well on Discord, it comes down to, okay, why would you use these headsets normally then? For me, that comes down to playing games just normally on your own, or if you're playing a multiplayer game where you don't need to be on a headset and talking to friends, this headset, that way is perfect. I played Modern Warfare 2 with this, Gotham Knights, World of Warcraft, did a bit of racing on F122, also Need for Speed Unbound, and all those games with the headset on just sounded amazing. I have a SteelSeries Arctis Pro with the game DAC, so it has that whole EQ thing that you can do. It has a processor in there that's supposed to give you amazing sound, and then we also have the SteelSeries engine on top of that. And for me, at least, this is my personal taste, for me the AirPods Max beat that, and by quite a bit in my opinion. The sound was great, it was clear, but like I said, for me it's about that thumping bass. The thumping bass whilst making sure nothing else is lost in that sound. And that's what the AirPods Max was able to do. It was able to give me all those details whilst also getting me immersed in the game, giving me that thumping sound like I keep mentioning, and making me feel the rhythm, the beat of the song when I'm playing Need for Speed, or the shooting, or the grenades going off in the background, whatever it may be. It is honestly amazing, and it really enhanced my experience overall. The other cool thing is that the crown on the AirPods Max itself lets you lower or up the volume as well, so that also works, which is awesome. I also have the noise cancelling enabled when you have it on, but you can always click on that noise cancelling button to be able to kind of go into transparency mode or noise cancelling, but that's another plus. So you get noise cancelling and you can use the crown whilst you're playing games on the PC. Now when it comes to playing it on the console, so with the console, this is something that you will probably need to do as well. You will need to actually purchase a 3.5mm to lightning wire that you can get from Apple. So before you had that 3.5mm input to lightning cable, so that one did not work with this, because I had like a couple of cables lying around that could connect into the AirPods Max itself, but that tiny little dongle thing that you had before, that doesn't work anymore. You actually need to purchase this $30 to $40 wire to be able to actually utilize the AirPods Max with anything that requires it to be connected directly into it. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, we're not really able to connect to headsets directly using Bluetooth. Usually you need to get an adapter. So you can actually buy specific adapters that will connect wirelessly with the PlayStation 5. In my case, I wasn't able to find a good one that had great reviews. So I didn't really want to mess with anything and find one that doesn't really work. Plus I thought it would be a good idea just gonna test it out using the wire and just make a judgment based on that in terms of sound. And you can kind of decide if you actually want to invest in that wireless component for it. But I did get this wire to kind of test it out on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. On the PlayStation 5, you have the Tempest audio or the 3D audio, which is great. So you're able to turn that on. And right out of the gate, yep, was able to hear everything and everything sounds awesome. It sounds exactly as it does on the PC, the bass and all that stuff. Everything hits just the way it's supposed to. You get all the awesome sounding things. The atmosphere sounds great. You will probably die multiple times when you're playing Elden Ring still. It won't improve you there, but you will still have an awesome time doing it because you will have these amazing headsets giving you these amazing sounds at the same time. Similarly with the Xbox Series X, you're able to connect to it. I know it has the Windows Sonic headphones thing enabled from the get-go, but you are able to get the Dolby Audio. I believe you need to pay for it, so I didn't really do that. But Windows Sonic on its own does sound great. And again, playing any game on the Xbox will sound great using this headset. We'll go back to in terms of the mic because this is an issue here as well. The mic does not work. As simple as that. The mic does not work. I did my best to kind of try different things. You might need to buy multiple wires. I don't know how it would work exactly, but I did try everything I possibly could and it does not work. The great thing is that the DualSense, the PlayStation 5 controller, does have an inbuilt mic. So in that case, you can get your headphones with the AirPods Max and you can use that to listen into the game and your friends, and you can chat through your mic on your controller, which is not bad. It's a okay sounding mic. It does the job. On the Xbox, however, you will need to invest in a separate mic. You can buy one that connects into the bottom half of the controller on the side of the 3.5mm jack. So you can connect one there and use a mic in that way. But again, it is something that you have to kind of consider if you want to use this headset as a headset to be able to talk to your friends. But overall, it is still a great sounding headset on the console. It gives you the experience you want at the same time. It's just a very, very comfortable headset. That's the next thing I want to talk about. The headset is extremely comfortable. It is crazy how like for me, there was actually a time where I actually kind of forgot. Like I know people say that, and in my case as well, I am sort of exaggerating, I won't lie. Like I know that there's a headset on my head, but it does feel so soft around your ears and it cups it perfectly that you honestly don't feel that it's there, or it feels so light that you don't mind that it's there. You don't mind that it's gonna be there for a couple of hours to maybe even more, who knows, right? However long you wanna play, you can leave it there for a long time. I'm coming from SteelSeries headsets that are very comfortable, and also the Sony WMX4s, and those headsets are great, especially the SteelSeries ones, but this is kind of on another level. This is kind of where that whole like Apple magic comes in, and also why it's so expensive, I guess, is because it is a very, very comfortable headset. It's built to last on your head. It's built to kind of merge with your head, if that makes sense. And it is a headset that you won't mind being there, and you'll have a great time playing your games with it. For the console, I should mention that the crown wasn't working. I don't know if it was or wasn't, but I feel like it did at one point, but didn't later. So it could be like a weird issue that I had, but you might have to test this out. But again, on the consoles, you can always just kind of go into your panel and everything, the sound panel, and change it there if you want. It also has, your console usually will have a mixer, which is pretty important for if you want to be able to hear your friends, or if you want to hear the game more than your friends, however you would want to prefer it. But just kind of wanted to put that out there just in case if you were wanting to use that crown. Like I said, it might work because I feel like it did, but I do need to do a bit more testing. But from what I remember, it wasn't working as I wanted it to. So overall impressions, these are honestly amazing headsets in general for music and all of that. At the same time, these are my go-to headset for gaming now. I have it like hung right next to my PC, where my PC area is and everything like that. That's kind of where my gaming kind of headsets go, because that's kind of where I'm going to be reaching out to as soon as I'm ready to play World of Warcraft or Call of Duty. And it is a headset that, you know, will kind of give you the details and the information that you need and want in a gaming experience. Even if you play Call of Duty, you will hear all the footsteps, you will hear the gunshots, you will hear what's happening on your right, on your left, behind you. If you're playing World of Warcraft, you just want to immerse yourself in the Dragon Isles, it will do that. It will give you that experience. You will not know what's happening around you because you will be immersed in that game. If you want to go out with your Bat family and ruin Gotham Knight in some way or not, you will be able to do that and do it in style because you have these nice looking headsets. Because I should say the headsets look really nice as well. The key thing I feel like a lot of you will be thinking, and I also need to bring up as well, is the price. When it comes to the price, it is a little steep. You know what? It is more than steep. It is quite steep. For someone that's looking for a gaming headset experience where you want to go on Discord and talk to your friends and also be able to hear the game, don't buy this headset. Buy a SteelSeries headset. There's so many good SteelSeries headsets right now that are for $150 or less, and you'll get amazing sound. Plus, you'll be able to talk to your friends without having to mess with anything, and the sound clarity will be perfect. At the same time, there's also other headsets in the market that are purely for gaming that are on the high end but are still cheaper than the AirPods Max, like the Arctis Nova Pro, which has an awesome EQ setting, so you're able to kind of mess around with it. It's very similar to the Arctis Pro Game DAC that I have. You're able to go in there, change your settings according to what you want, and have an awesome experience with that as well. So if you're looking for a high-end PC gaming headset, I would still kind of recommend the SteelSeries headsets or the Astros, anything that is more meant for the gaming market. When it comes to using the AirPods Max, if you're someone like myself that either already has an AirPods Max, or you're looking at AirPods Max in general as your normal go-to headset for music, for podcasts, for when you're walking out, when you're going somewhere, where you're commuting or gym or whatever it may be, if you're looking at the AirPods Max for that and you're wondering, hey, can I use this on the PC? Can I use this for the console because you love the quality of the sound and the fit? Then yes, you can. If you're already looking at this headset and are about to buy it or are wanting to buy it, my main thing that I want to tell you right now is that you can use this for gaming. You can use it in terms of being able to hear the gaming sound, the atmosphere, all of that. Like I mentioned, in terms of the audio and using on Discord, there is a bit of tuning and stuff you might need to do. And who knows, there might be a cool setting that I might be able to find, and I'll definitely update this later on if I do, that will allow you to be able to use this to its fullest on Discord. But overall, you might be someone that's just focused on playing a game here and there, listening to music, or playing a game and just immersing yourself in Callisto Protocol, whatever you're playing right now, and just gonna step back and that's it. This headset is perfect for you. The AirPods Max are really expensive and the price is very, very steep, and there are really good Sony headphones out there that honestly sound pretty good. Like I won't say they sound as good, but they do get pretty close. So you can always look at those headsets instead. But if you're in that ecosystem, the Apple ecosystem, like I know a lot of us are, I'm recording this on my Apple iPhone, I even have an Apple Watch. So if you're in this ecosystem, you're probably looking at the headset. In that case, yes, this will work. And it will be an awesome experience on the PC, on your consoles, wherever you play. It will be an awesome experience, so I definitely say it's worth it in that case. If you're someone that's looking at just getting a gaming headset for the primary use of gaming, no, do not get this. It's way too expensive. In terms of quality and stuff like that, you get so many other headsets for way cheaper, and you get amazing sound quality, plus at least you can chat with your friends. Thank you so much for joining. Really means a lot. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, all that stuff. You know what to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye.